if you have been here before, welcome back. I am so happy to have you joining me today. And what we're gonna do is we have 6 more plants from my library to repot. So we are going to go ahead and get started. So first, let's do this little guy. This is Seymour, and he is a Mexican snowball. Looks like we're losing some leaves. Okay, let's see here. I had a leaf fall off and now it's got its own cute little root system. I don't know if you guys can tell. Let me come closer. There. How adorable is that? Okay, Seymour is actually one of the first plants that I ever got. And he used to be like only 2 leaves tall. So he has grown a lot. We had, like, no joke, pretty much 4 days of almost constant rain. And today is the first, well, it stopped last night in the evening time. So I guess today's not really the first day that we've gone without rain, but it is pretty close to. It's kind of sucked. We've been mopping literally every single day because the dogs come in a hot mess. It was a nice quick little repot. Let's see. Come here next. So this is, he looks really, really sad right now. My dad knocked him over. This is Norbert. He is, I think you pronounce it Chlorophytum Fire Flash. He is actually my only plant in a plastic pot or a nursery pot because he has a cute wicker basket that he sits in. too much. Now he actually lives right behind me. I think he is going to appreciate this repot a lot because he's been fairly loose and unstable ever since my dad knocked him over. I thought I saw what almost looked like a mealybug, but it is not. Thank goodness. I have not seen mealybugs on any of my other plants, so that is good. Get him nice and snug in here. Okay, another quick little repot. Awesome. Oh, we do have some browning I just saw that I want to take care of. Okay, awesome. All right, who next? I don't really want to do this plant. Honestly, I'm quite nervous about this repot. This is Burr-ito, my donkey's tail. And if you know these guys, you know that they're very fragile. I do have several little propagations in here that have their own cute little root systems. So we will see how many leaves I lose, I guess. All right, I've lost one. Two. Three. Maybe I won't keep count. I think that might be a touch too depressing. Okay. Oy vey. My goal is to have a nice, full, trailing pot of this guy. The donkey's tail was actually one of the other first plants I got. Another one bites the dust. Not this donkey's tail, I accidentally unalived the first one I had, but I love this plant so much that I did end up purchasing another. My goodness, yeah, this is rough. At least they're easy to propagate. And I can just keep all these guys. Okay. I hope I don't have to make more soil. I have a sinking suspicion that I'm going to. I don't really want to. That's too deep. At. I do have a pair of tweezers specifically for plants. I probably should have grabbed those before I did this. Okay, I don't know how this is going to work. My goodness. Yeah, I try not to touch this plant like at all. Jesus Christ. Well, pull out some lichen stuff. The leaves. Whew. It's a full branch that just bit the dust. Okay. Think I'm gonna call it. Whew, that was stressful. At least I have a lot of guys to help me get that full pot now. I'm glad I didn't count. That would be pretty rough. I don't know if I'm even going to be able to fit all these guys. I don't think I'm going to. Okay. Well, he is done. And now I will not touch him for quite some time. I don't like touching him unless I absolutely have to. Okay. Whew. Let's do this guy next. Or this girl. So this is Teagan, and her pot said that she was a Peperomia, but I don't think she is. So she's another one that I need to do some investigating on. Foot's fallen asleep. Ooh. Gosh, I hate that feeling. Much to share today. Kind of keeping on. What am I doing? I'm freaking filling the damn thing up the entire way. Whew. Okay. I think tonight we might be watching My Cousin Vinny, which Nick has never seen, but I adore. Highly recommend if you've never seen it. Very, very funny. All right, these first four guys have been really quick. I like that. These last two will not be. Okay. Let's go here. So this is Roscoe. He is my Philodendron, oh, lost a leaf, Silver Sword. He is doing pretty good. He is kind of a pain to get in and out. I absolutely adore this pot. I got it from a local nursery when I got him. But the chains are, it's a hanging pot, and you can't detach the chains, so it always requires a bit of finagling to get in and out. Putting it in is easier, but taking it out, not so much. It's been such a weird fall. We don't have any color change on the leaves, and they only, like 2 days ago, started dropping. But then where Nick's parents live, they have, which is about an hour away, 45 minutes to an hour, they have tons of color change and tons of tons of color change and tons, what is going on here? There we go. I didn't make a hole. What am I doing with my life, you guys? Today is just a weird day. Nick's parents have a ton of color change and a ton of leaves falling. But we have not had to rake once yet. And I think they said they've had to rake like 3 or 4 times so far. Let's see how to go about this. Okay. The dogs are loving the cooler weather though, especially Koa, because he's got such a thick coat. It is, I mean, depending on the day, like as it starts dropping a little bit more, Elsie is not as much of a fan. She likes the 60s. She's not a fan of the 50s because she's got like no fur. Mr. Roscoe. Good, it looks like I'm only gonna need one thing of, or I'm not gonna have to make more soil. This is Freya. She is a Marble Queen Pothos. And as you can see, she is much, much fuller than Maisie, who is in my living room. She was a gift, which is why I have her. I don't typically like having multiples of the same plant. I like variety, and I don't know, multiples just don't do it for me. She's in here good though. Anyway, yeah, so Elsie's not as much of a fan as Koa. What Elsie does really like is, now that it's getting cooler, she adores sleeping in the bed with us and getting under the covers. And so she doesn't do that. Like, she'll get on the bed in the summer, but she won't want under the covers. Okay, not yet. So she's just very, very snuggly right now, which is nice. It's really nice when Nick's not here, because she ends up acting like a heater. He's kind of my personal space heater because he's just so, woo, hot-blooded. Apparently didn't do much with her when I first repotted her. But yeah, the dogs are happy. Koa loves it. He's been wanting to stay outside longer and longer. And he just lays in the grass, watches the world go by. There's a house. Oops, I think I broke this guy off. Yep. There's a house behind us that is being completely remodeled. So there's a lot of hustle and bustle there. And you can see the house from, I don't know if that was rotted. I just didn't really like the look of it, so I pulled that piece off. I don't think it was, but better safe than sorry. Anyway, so the house is getting completely remodeled, and you can see it from the backyard because at the moment, we only have a chain link fence. We do want to change that at some point, but that is going to be a project for later down the road. And so he just likes to sit out there and watch the workers do their thing. I think it is almost time to bring out the thicker comfy. Which, I don't know, honestly, I think I kind of like this one a little bit more. It's a lot longer, and that's Elsie running through the house. I don't know if you can hear her tip taps. Pardon me. What was I saying? I don't remember. Oh, comfies. I do kind of like this one a little bit better. It is longer, and it's just, goodness, itchy, itchy, itchy. It's less bulky. But with how cold I get in the winter, there's just no way that I could wear only this. Turn. Tuck those roots back in. Something in my mouth. Something in my mouth. There we go. I did decide we're not going to decorate for Halloween this year. I just don't think it makes much sense with where we are time-wise. And I don't have a ton of bandwidth right now. So we're just gonna pass this year. And that'll be fine. We don't really get many trick-or-treaters anyway. That's actually the perfect amount. Awesome. Oh, one more side I have to do. Gonna fill in just a touch. I want more dirt than anything else. Okay. Didn't need to make new dirt. Everybody went by pretty quickly too, which was awesome. Very, very awesome. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining me today on this Chatty Repot. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.